Hi guys, welcome back to another video on Upgrade with Asif. I hope all of you all are doing well and this video of mine finds all of you in your best of health. Well, today's video is very important. It is for all the entrepreneurs and the businessmen and businesswomen out there. In today's video, we're going to speak about the importance to hire to grow. If you will hire people for your organization, distribute responsibilities, that is the way of taking your organization ahead and growing with the changing times. I have made this video on the basis of my recruitment experience for the last 16 years, where I have seen a lot of organizations recruit the right talent and grow to multi-million-dollar organizations. I myself have implemented some policies within my organizations where we have offices across India, Dubai, and Qatar as well. So here I am with some tips on how to hire and how important it is for you to keep an open mindset before you hire talent for your organizations. So there we go. These are the pointers. And let's quickly start with the first point, which is stop managing all the tasks. Let me just zoom this in for you, so that you can have a clear view when you even take a screenshot of these pointers. Okay, so stop managing all the tasks. When you are running a business and you're trying to manage everything in your business, every business has a department. Let that be hospitality, let that be healthcare, let that be recruitments. If you talk about any industry, all industries have different departments. So let me just further break this down for you. If you're going to be focusing on all these tasks, it's going to take your focus away from the main mission and vision of the organization. So do you have a mission and a vision for your organization? It is not something that you're just writing on a pen on paper, or you've probably made it for the sake of putting it up on your brochure or your website. A mission and a vision, my friends, is very important. It needs to be really attached to your heart. It needs to be very attached to your mind. This is actually your goals that you plan. The mission, these are short-term and long-term goals in short. If you don't have a mission and vision in place, you are blinded with your business. I'll be very honest, might be a little blunt, but you're blinded with your business plans. And if you have a mission and vision in place, my friends, it's not going to be possible for you to achieve that till the time you are taking care of all the departments and you're taking care of all the responsibilities. It's not going to help you to grow. That will further lead to going to work is not going to be exciting to you. When you know you have to get to office and you have to manage all the administration work, the sales work, you have to speak to a client, you have to retain somebody, somewhere down the line, that early morning getting from bed becomes a little demotivating. I think that's how, we get these Monday blues and, these feelings of somehow not getting up from the bed or not going to work or finding some reason to take off from work, or probably too much of stress. Is why? Because the work is not exciting for you anymore. You have to, you have to go there. You have to end up just doing everything for yourselves. To make your work interesting and to ensure that, you get that push, you have to ensure that you are dividing your work as per different departments. Again, if you're going to be handling all the tasks, it's going to drain you mentally and physically. So might be you've started your business with a bang, you had some different ambitions. All the time you must have observed that before anybody starts a business, they're very excited about the business. But when they are into it, when they start acting in the business, when they start taking actions, somewhere down the line, they feel a little physically and mentally drained. And that's when they kind of start getting these feelings that business is not for them. Figure out what administrative tasks are taking a lot of your time so that you can make a proper JD, a job description for the person you need to hire. And that's going to go a long way, my friends. When you know that these administrative work is going to be handled by somebody else, it's going to give you that extra push to get to office and focus on your main mission and vision that you've planned for your organization. Let me get to the second point. Hire without insecurities. So we hear a lot of people in businesses saying that, my business is small, I don't need to hire. If I hire people for my organization, might be they will rob my plan and, they will implement it, or probably my data will not be secure. No, my friends, if you're going to think this way, then you're never going to start. And if you're never going to start, you're never going to grow. So hire without insecurities, my friends. People can use your ideas, but they cannot be you. If you are insecure that somebody can take your ideas and start their own business, my friends, if they had to start a business, they would have started by now. They are not you. You are already in the lead. You've taken that initiative of starting your business. Starting a business is not that easy, my friends. So don't think somebody is just going to pick up your ideas and going to be as successful as you are in your business. And I'm sure you must have heard of something called karma. So believe in that. Trust me, nobody can rob your business or your talent from you. Have policies in place and frame offer letters and contract letters likewise. So there are some things that you can draft your offer letters and contract letters in a way where you are clearly setting up expectations, you're setting up policies. That is the reason, when we consult, we set up very stringent, very strong HR policies for an organization so that they don't face any kind of issues and they are very secured about distributing their work responsibilities, and it's done in a very systematic manner. But if you're a small organization, I'm sure this tip is going to go a long way for you. Focus on productivity, not perfection. If you're going to hire somebody, please ensure that you're able to get productivity out of that person. If you think that he's going to be as perfect as you, or you want him to be as perfect as you, no, my friends, that's not going to be possible. I've hired for a lot of multinationals and I've seen the way they work. So if you think that, an organization with a headcount of 1,000, 2,000 people, they are picture perfect. If you're imagining their office and you're thinking they're picture perfect, there's no mess and they're working as per perfection, everywhere things are all over the place. There are some daily activities that people have to do to ensure that the quality parameters are maintained. So nobody is perfect. Everybody is cluttered up. It's no perfection anywhere. Let that be an organization, even with a headcount of 5,000 people. I've seen how things work. So don't think bigger organizations are perfect. Everywhere, it's all about productivity. It's not about perfection. So let me get to the next point. Identify the time-consuming activities. Like I've already spoken about this, identify your time-consuming activities like the administrative work to begin with. If you think your administrative work is taking a lot of time, outsource that first. In fact, there are a lot of software that are taking over the administrative jobs as well. So administrative work, my friends, get rid of that in the very first go. It's going to be a massive progress for you if you just outsource the administrative work by hiring an employee or automate it. Departments that occupy a lot of your productive time. Start evaluating your business. Go ahead and make an evaluation sheet for yourself. See what department is taking a lot of your time and see in which department you can expand, hire people so that work gets a little easier for you and you can focus, like I've mentioned here, keep your focus on the revenue generating department. For you to be focused on the revenue generating department, my friends, please ensure the administrative and other department work that consumes a lot of your time is outsourced. Let's quickly get to the next point. That is lead by example. I'll open this slide for you as well. So when I say lead by example, what I mean is when any new joinee is coming into your organization, please ensure that you have a very welcoming and a very positive vibe in your organization. There is a person who's not used to being in your office. There's a person who's not used to you or the other people who are in your office. So if you're hiring somebody new and expecting them to be completely positive towards the environment, no, my friends, you have the wrong mindset here. You need to be as welcoming and as positive as possible because you need to make a new joinee, a new person within your family, within your office family, comfortable within your organization. Be a leader, not a boss. The initial days, my friends, it's going to be very difficult. So the initial days, you need to prove yourself as a leader. It is that 15 to 30 days, the 15 days or the 1 month. Within that period, it is a little difficult for you to understand the mindset of that individual and that person to understand your mindset so that he can get on an autopilot mode. Initial days are challenging. Like I said, the initial days are going to be challenging, but once you complete a 1 month period with any new joinee, things will start running much smoother than what they were in the initial days. Don't expect immediate results and autopilot mode. Like you see, all these pointers are synced up by each other. If you're going to expect productivity immediately from the new joinee, my friends, that's the wrong mindset again. Give it some time. Let the person understand your business. Let the person understand your mindset, your mission, your vision, which I said is very important for you to deliver before you start any business of yours. Give some time to the new joinee before you think or you assume that he should start working on autopilot. Keep an open work culture. Okay, so this is also a very, very important. Everybody in your office should feel welcoming. Keep an open work culture. This also, my friends, is a very important point. You need to have an open mindset, like I said. Likewise, you need to keep an open work culture. Don't expect anybody to adapt into the culture also as soon as possible. Be open to everybody, irrespective race, religion, or what political party the person supports. Don't get into all these conversations. You are there, the person is there for running your particular business. So keep an open culture and please be very welcoming and inviting to everybody who steps into your organization. And the last point over here, my friends, is be a hero. Now that's very important. We are going through some crucial times here. A lot of people are losing jobs. A lot of companies, organizations are shutting down. A lot of industries have suffered. Few industries have flourished. Few industries have suffered. So be the hero, my friends. Grow your organization. Be a proud employment generator and initiate your mentorship journey. Imagine if you have at least 3 or 4 people working within your organization, they are already looking up to you. You are already a mentor for them. Start your mentorship journey. The moment you start developing these leadership skills, you will be able to handle 3, 4, 10, 15, 100 employees, and you will see your organization growing by leaps and folds. So I hope this video of mine has been very important for all the businessmen and entrepreneurs out there. Please do not keep your mind restricted. Don't think that your business does not require employees. Change your mindset. Every business grows. There is somebody who's doing real estate without having an office, just operating from home. You know that the person is going to be there forever. There is somebody who runs a real estate office with 100, 150 employees working in their office and making some amazing revenues month on month. So please understand, it is not the business, it is your mindset. Change your mindset, grow your business, become an employee generator. I'm going to put up my email ID in the description below. If you have any further queries related to recruitment or how to hire for your organization, how to design interviews, how to set up HR policies, how to build a positive work culture, how to keep your employees engaged. If you have any questions, I've mentioned my email ID in the description. You can feel free to approach me. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this video is going to motivate all of you to start growing your business and start recruiting people. Thank you so much. All of you have a great day ahead. Take care of yourselves. Bye.